Guys, so we're gonna start the video here. Basically what we're gonna be doing tonight is taking a different route, kind of like exploring, you know, kind of like a different change of pace for you guys. We've gotten all like the crazy fast stuff out of the way, and yes, I know I need new gloves. I just haven't had the time to go and get some. So I haven't had the time to go and get some, but besides that, I kind of want to, now that all the crazy's out of the way, I've shown you guys the faster riding, and I've ridden for so long at this point this year. Like, I've gotten, oh my God, a lot of miles under my belt this year. So I basically just kind of want to like give a chill, relaxed, kind of different scenery, you know what I mean? Look at us following all of the laws, not doing anything crazy. I figure some of you guys might enjoy this stuff. If some of you guys want to like guess where we're at, maybe. Hell yeah, another rider. I don't know what kind of bike that was, but it's definitely cool seeing someone else out on a sport bike. I don't see too many people riding when I'm riding. I run into people every now and again. I had a guy stop the other day to actually take a video with the bike. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, you know, whatever. It's a cool color, you don't really see it too often. But we're back in our hometown, obeying all the laws. Keep in mind, Speedo reads high, it is a sport bike. They all do that, and then you change the sprockets and put different tire sizes on them. And that's just what you get out of it. So, keep that in mind. Still working on my practicing. I'm still practicing like the leaning and whatnot, because I am, let me make sure this GoPro is recording as I go around this corner. Yeah, it is. So I'm still practicing my leaning and whatnot. Keep in mind, I am more of a fan of like drag racing and street, like straight strip stuff. I'm not really a big fan of like corners and stuff like that. Like, I'll do it. I can get low, but I mean, I'm nowhere near. There's a lot of guys. There's so many people way better than me at the corners and stuff. Like that's where I'm trying to get good at, is with the accelerations, getting good launches. I am going to be practicing my launches when we get to the track, trying to get this thing dialed in as much as possible, and then by the end of the year, you know, obviously go over and do a full redo of the bike. You know, I'm really excited for what's to come this winter. I'm not looking forward to not riding, but the amount of money that's just going to go into this thing, and I get the comments, you know, I could go buy a newer bike, which one day I probably will, but this, I want to build like the perfect street bike. You know what I mean? Like, I can go get a race bike down the road, like when I make a lot more money. I would love to build a 1000 for like racing, but in the meantime, like, this is like a good all-around, you know, I could turbo it, I could build it and do all this and that, but at the same time, it's kind of cool that you can get at least 35 to 40 miles a gallon and have something streetable, drivable. I could go get a 1000, I could go get a turboed bike, I could do all that. This thing has cheap insurance. It's really, really cheap. I think I'm paying like 37 bucks a month, full medical, full coverage, all that shit. The only downside is, yes, I know the bike's not worth that much. I think I'm into this bike like 7,500 bucks as of now. You know, it's a lot of money to be in a $4,000 or $3,500 bike, but you know, it is what it is. You know, racing bikes, y'all got like 100,000 plus in some of those things. But you get the point. Like, this is going to be an all-around, like, good quality street bike, reliable. That's what I want with this bike. Next bike, we can do some racy stuff, but the point remains the same. At the end of the year, I'm going to try to start beating on it, learning my launches and whatnot. Also, these Dunlop Q5s are absolutely expensive, and they do not last for shit. I'm probably going to switch up the front tire. I got to figure out what tire I want to run for the front. And the Dunlop Q5, we're going to probably go to the Dunlop Q5S like I was recommended. I guess they last a little bit longer. You know what? Let's go right. You guys have all seen that way. Let's go right. phone call coming in, but I will talk to him later. So there you go, just kind of cool countryside. You got a silo off in the distance. Yeah, cool back road stuff. Definitely not my cup of tea. The bike is, I wonder if you can see, as you can see, it is a stretched or lengthened wheelbase, frame, suspension, all that, everything, like it's lengthened and lowered, like slammed to the ground. You know, you can see my forks, they're low. So this bike isn't really made for corners. I'm still gonna practice them with what I can. I do have the suspension tuned and dialed for me. You guys can see. But there's like dust on the road, so that kind of scares the shit out of me too. Corners are just one of those. I see too many bikes sliding out, and it's like risk versus reward. On the street, I just don't feel like, I don't know. Maybe they scare me. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm a pussy. Who knows? But I will definitely practice them a little bit, but I'm not going to go super ham. I showed you guys on the tire where it's like, that's how far from the curb I am. I don't know how much you can lean these things before you, like, you know, throw them. But if you gave me like a Harley or something, like those little Harley 500s they give you at the MSF course, I can absolutely drag the shit out of the side pegs on them. It's a little scary because you don't know when it's gonna like come out from underneath of you, but they're definitely they're a fun little bike, I will say that. Oh, we're gonna come up to somebody slow. I wonder if I can get around them. Try not to be too much of an asshole in the vlogs and whatnot, because like you guys get to see the crazy stuff that I do, but a lot of times like I'm not riding super crazy. I'm like kind of like medium, which I mean to the normal naked eye, I guess you could consider my normal riding super crazy, but like to other sport bike riders, I am definitely far from crazy, I would think. Watch me just like, oh yeah, this is a dusty corner. I gotta be careful on that. There's like rocks and, yeah, no. I was gonna drag a knee on that one, but we ain't gonna play that one. For sale. I don't know. The other thing too is like getting comfortable with specifically your bike. Like y'all gotta learn your machines, and it's just, I don't know, it's really interesting because like most people in cars don't ever learn theirs, but I don't know. Just a casual good night. We have some really cool weather these past days. I don't know if that's because we're heading into fall or because of the hurricane, because we started getting cooler weather and then it got really friggin' hot, and then now we're starting to get cooler weather again. So I have no idea. As long as it's not raining, I could give a shit. Like I will probably have some rain vlogs for you guys, but every time it rains I gotta clean and like I gotta do my chain, and that sucks. But I'm hoping that this chain, at least the chain, lasts until the end of the season. I'm gonna buy another sprocket because it's an aluminum vortex sprocket. You get about like 5 to 10,000 miles out of them, I would guess, depending on how much you're oiling and cleaning. But I'm gonna be going to the longer swing arm, and I'm gonna have to buy a chain, whether I like it or not, because like there's nothing wrong with my chain. But I also really like burnouts, so I might get some like tires to run for the street, like for like burnout purposes. So like I used to, my last set before I got rid of the rear brake, I used to be able to slide the shit out of my rear end. Like it was fun, I don't know. But unfortunately overuse of the rear brakes cause accidents, this and that, so we're rocking one front brake. That's just how all the drag race guys do it. That's how we're gonna do it. Makes you faster. It's a little bit, but I mean it's not a lot, but it's still, we got to get ceramic wheel bearings for this bastard. But I've probably been riding like, I'd like to say at least 4,000 miles now without a rear brake. And honestly, like once you've made that adjustment, also no mirrors, once you've made that adjustment, life's good. I mean, I used to only brake with the rear and then I'd come in with the front later, And it's kind of neat to, you know, learn how all that works. But dude, I've literally like locked my rear brake up going down the highway by overusing it. I watch the RPMs drop down, engine want to stall, and then you let off and then it comes back alive. It's like, you got to be careful doing that, because then you're also slipping the clutch and putting wear on your engine. Just one of those. How you guys like this chill, laid back video? Just me just bullshitting. It's kind of nice to like talk. I know only like, if I had to guess, I'm gonna say this video is gonna get 50 views if I had to guess, which I'm okay with. You know, some of the guys that follow me, they want to see some more chill stuff. Like, I like doing some of the crazy stuff, but obviously you can't do that like all of the time, because if you're doing it all the time, I mean, you do have a chance of, you know, dying. But I guess every time you get on one of these things, you have a chance of dying, so it is what it is. Yeah, this thing, I mean, really can't wait to get the 750 in. Like, I am so used to the power of this thing. I should, before I get the 750 in, though, I should start practicing my launches. I do need to do that. See, that guy could have pulled out, could have died, you know? Just one of those. You got to get used to this stuff. But, like, I would really love to get used to the fact that it'll throw you backwards. Like, that's what I have to get used to. I kind of have like a little fear of that. What happens if I fly off or this and that? And I need to get it through my head that that's not going to happen. Also, burnouts, I want to learn how to do them properly, because you're going to need them for like drag racing. So like, you're going to be doing a burnout at the water box, which I get it's easier there because you have a wet tire, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But like, it would be cool just to be able to shred tires every now and again. And with the lengthened frame, you definitely have help. You kind of like lean forward on it. So, I don't know. I'm gonna get up here, and like, now that you guys have seen like the countryside, this is kind of really, really boring to me. We're gonna hit the pike up the road, and I'm just gonna do like, you know, some regular low speed lane splitting. You know, we're not gonna do anything crazy. I know it's not for everybody, but you know, I'm kind of bored. And one thing that gets me on these bikes too, like what keeps me from the boredom, is getting through traffic. Like, I love riding around a lot of cars. When it's like an empty, boring road like this, the only way to really cure your boredom is to ride fast. So what we're gonna do, like, look at that, there's a car right there. Bam, let's lock up the front brake. Ah! It's up in my throat. Don't want to speed through here, but listen to them pops. Love it. Yeah, sometimes the Stady boys like to sit up in their thing up in there, and I really have a hard time seeing super far. Like, everything up there is like a blur, and my vision was never really the greatest. Always had pretty poor vision. They sit up in there, they sit up here sometimes, but I've not had any cops where I'm at. They really don't care about lane splitting, from what I've noticed. Like, low speed, if you're just like, now if you're splitting through traffic while they're moving, sure, but like lane filtering, I'm not sure which term is the correct one for this. Is the lane, see, there's one right there. Lane filtering, I think, is when they're all sitting still, and lane splitting is when they're all moving. So, pretty sure lane filtering they don't give a shit about. Lane splitting they might. I've passed them while lane splitting, but I'm wondering if they just don't pull out because, like, you're obviously moving and they're not going to catch you, but I don't know. I don't condone running from cops. I'm not going to say that. We always stop for police, take all the tickets they're going to give us. You know, you're respectful to them, they'll be respectful to you, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to get up here and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so we're coming up here. We're going to make a left up here. This is one of the sketchier spots. Watch, that guy's going to come out in my lane. Just got to be prepared for shit like that. Homeless guy. So yeah, we're going to make the left up here. I'm going to split. There is a bunch of cops out today. And, oh, I guess there's no point in split. Oh, wait, yeah, there is. Yeah, hell yeah. See, I'm gonna do this. So that's just it. Like, this guy doesn't want to come all the way to the line, so I'll do it for him. So we'll do the test today. If I see any, we'll do that experiment. See if we get pulled over. Nice. What is that? Oh, it's a Hemi. Never would have guessed. Never would have guessed. But I would have thought it was a V6 if it didn't have that big Hemi badge on the side. But we're going left. Look at that. See, I never would have guessed that's a Mopar. We'll do some low speed stuff, see if we get pulled over. If we do, I'll show the whole encounter and whatnot. Visor's fogging up. It's kind of annoying. That's the other thing too, when people don't like pull up to the line, it's like, that's just an invitation for me to take that spot. You know, pull up to the line. Don't sit like 8 feet back. Which I don't care if y'all sit 8 feet back, but like this guy right here. Oh, are we, yeah, we're gonna get the yellow. Ready? Oh no. See, they all do that shit too. So, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna chill. I'm only gonna filter. I'm not gonna lane split. I'm only gonna filter. So like when everybody stops, I like doing low speed stuff. It's kind of like, it keeps you on, you know, on your toes. So if we get like a red light, I'll come up to it. But I don't know. How do y'all feel about lane filtering over lane splitting? Because I feel like with lane filtering, there's a big safety thing to it, where it's like, it's kind of nice not being able to get rear-ended. Now, I understand the argument, you know, some people have like bigger bikes, like they have their side bags and shit, and yeah, they probably shouldn't be lane splitting or lane filtering or any of that. Like, I get the argument there, but sport bikes and like any skinny bikes, I don't see a problem with it. You also got to watch out for shit like that, see? This is the other thing I don't like. Like, I could be just going to the front right now. But yeah. Look at that. Look at this absolute clusterfuck. Yeah, it's too late. I'm going to have to. Sorry, guys. I don't know. That still counts. That still counts as filtering. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to go back to the low speed stuff because, like, but you got to watch on stuff like this because people will, like, deliberately do shit to you. We're chilling. We're like, you know, we're well within a recommended speed. I feel like there was a bike there, but I just missed him. You know, we're doing all right. Nothing crazy. I took the long way for you guys too, because like I have places to be. Like, we're heading to the gym right now. We are gonna probably, once that 1-year anniversary comes up, I'm gonna show you like what I used to look like compared to now. Also, at the same time, like, we'll do some gym videos to kind of give people motivation, because like getting shredded is definitely worth it. But yeah, I haven't seen any cops yet. You gotta be super careful with this light. This light takes for damn ever, but they give you so much room. Whee! Yeah. Not super hype either. Like, you guys, once you've done something so long, you ever just like lose feelings in it? Like, you kind of like, I don't know, get bored of it. Like, I've made this trip hundreds of times now at this point. And see, look at that. See, you got to be ready for shit like that. And then he could have pulled out. But like, I made this trip like hundreds of times now, and I always alternate my routes. Like, I found one that I really like because it's like, just go fast, get there. You know, you take a 33-minute trip and turn it into like 25, which isn't really all that crazy. I had someone come from there the other day and, you know, almost get me, but, you know, it is what it is. See, I like these. Like, look at this. Look at that. My boy's just coming over. I'm gonna slow down because, like, I was going a little quick there. Look at that. And then we can just Alright, we'll chill out. We'll chill out. I'm just gonna... Oh, there's no one coming. So we're gonna be good boys today and just casually cruise the speed limit.